Hello everyone, this is Simple Math for you, and we will continue revision for Chapter 4, Linear and Nonlinear Functions, Part 3. أهلا بكم من جديد في Simple Math for you، وسنكمل مراجعة الفصل الرابع الدوال الخطية واللا خطية الجزء الثالث، وسنبدأ بهذا السؤال عن الدالة المتعددة التعريف piecewise function, and we have two definitions. We have first one and the second one, so we expect two pieces. نتوقع قطعتين. So first piece, I will isolate it. I will use it individually. It is minus x plus 2 when x is less than or equal to minus 3. So I will generate my table. My table will start with x is equal to minus 3, and x, the coming x, should be less than or equal to minus 3. So I will take minus 4 or minus 5 or minus 6, whatever. But I should start by this point. And this point will be closed circle since it is including equal sign here. It is with us. It is with the function. And I will replace each x instead of the x here. So when x is minus 3, then x or y is equal to minus 3 plus 2. So it is 3 plus 2, which is 5. Repeating the procedure, when x is minus 4, remove the x, replace it with minus 4, and this will be 4 plus 2, which is 6. So these are the 2 points, and I will graph them. I plot the points. Minus 3 and 5. Minus 3 is paired with 5, so it's over here, and I should show that the starting point is closed circle. Second point, دائرة مغلقة لأنه في equal sign. تانية minus 4 و 6, أروح على minus 4 up to 6, so this is my second point, and it is on the way of the line, and I will match in one direction only. This is my first piece. I will use another color for piece number 2. So piece number 2 is f of x is negative 2x plus 1, and this happens for x values more than minus 3. That means when you generate your table, you should start by minus 3, but you know that it is more than only, so you should include it in an open circle, دائرة مفتوحة. And when you choose the values more than minus 3, you can choose minus 2, minus 1, 0. All of them are above the minus 3. Replace. Now this is the x that you are going to replace with. So when x is minus 3, f of minus 3 is negative 2 times minus 3 plus 1. So 6 plus 1, which is 7. Now, when x is negative 2, then f of minus 2 is replacing the x with minus 2. So it is 4 plus 1, which is 5, and I'll put the 5 here. So I have negative 3 and 7. Go to negative 3 and 7. This is my first point, and it will be open circle. The second one, minus 2 and 5, which is here. Minus first one, minus 2 and 5, which is here. And it is on the way. And I will match. So this is my function after I graphed it. And you are asked also to find the domain and the range. What is the domain? If you want to find the domain, the best way to do that is to know what are the values of x that you can use. Actually, we have definition for the function for all values less than or equal to minus 3. So this is the point, the critical point, less than minus 3, less than or equal. So I can use anything here. I can use all the values more than, as he said, more than minus 3. So I can use this. That means I can use everything here. So your domain is all real numbers. Now, y values range is the all y values that have been used. Now, if you look carefully here, you used Y value from the first one, 5 and above, and it is very clear here that you have used 5 and above. For the other piece, you have used 7 and below. So this is the range values, 7 and below. If you combine everything here, 5 and above and 7 and below, you have realized that you have used all the Y values because all these values have been used. And also here, all these values of Y that have been used up and down. So it covered all the Y axis. That means the range is also all real numbers. It's not always like that, but in our example, it is all real numbers. Given the line passing through 3, 4, and minus 5 and 0, find the slope of the line. This is easy. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it is minus 4 over minus 8, negatives cancelling each other. And then when you simplify 4 over 8, it is divide by 4, divide by 4, it is 1 over 2, 1/2. Find the value of x so that the line passing through these points has given slope m. So we are finding x here. The slope is given, so this is the keyword. Slope is equal to 3. So I will use the slope formula that I know, and I have used it many times. Slope in our case is 3, so it is 3 over 1. I'll keep it over 1 because it will turn to a proportion, as you will see now. So 2 minus 7 over 1 minus x. So 3 over 1 is 9 over 1 minus x, and I will cross multiply. So the 3 will be multiplied by the whole expression equals 1 times 9. Use distributive property. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times x, 3x. 1 times 9, 9. Take the 3 to the other side. Minus 3x is 6. Divide by minus 3. So x is 9 minus 2. And there is another example here. You can try alone. I'm working with you now. So you should have the same value, y equals to 6. The function f of c is equal to 3c plus 6.65 shows the cost for Mrs. Sarah to go to a buffet with c of her grandchildren. So number of grandchildren is c. Question, find the slope. Now this is similar to y equals to mx plus b. So this is definitely will be your slope. So m is 3 and it represents the cost of the buffet per child. Because it is repeated, as you see, it's multiplied by c. Number 2, find the y-intercept. Y-intercept, of course, it is very clear that it is this one. And this represents the amount that Miss Sarah will pay if none of her grandchildren go to the buffet with no children. Because this happens when C is 0. Cancel C, so that means if she is alone. If Mrs. Sarah pays $18.65 for the buffet, how many of her grandchildren did she take to the buffet? So I will use this equation that is given, and I will replace the y value by 18.65, and I will solve for the unknown c. Taking this to the other side, isolate the c, evaluating. 18 minus 6 is 12 equals 3c. Divide by 3, so c is 4. So number of grandchildren is 4. We have 4 children. And now, what is the equation in slope-intercept form of the linear function graphed below when we want A, line A? Okay, for line A here, this is line A. I will highlight it. To write the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, actually we need y-intercept and we need the slope. Y-intercept is this value, definitely, which is in our case 1. So this is done, 1. So this is cancelled. We cannot think about this one because here y-intercept is 1.5. So this is not taken into consideration. Now we will find out that this has negative slope. From left to right, it goes down. That means slope should be negative. So definitely by quick choice, this is the choice that we are looking for. This is the only one with negative slope, is negative 2/3. But what if there is another negative slope given to you? No, there is a negative slope here, but we not consider. Yeah, so if we don't want to do it like that, if we want to calculate the slope, then you just take 2 points. This is one of the points. This is another point. You can take any point you find it's easy. This is another point. Easy means you cannot find this one because you cannot find exact value of x here. You can find y, but not x. So take a smart point, take it at the corner, and find the rise over run. This is the rise, and this is the run. And it's negative slope. Rise is 2, run is 3, and negative. So it is 2/3 negative. So our slope is negative 2/3, and this is right. C is correct. Now here, the question, graph the equation of a line with the slope of -3 and y-intercept of 2. Y-intercept is 2. That means we will start from y equals to 2, which is here on the y-axis. And we don't need even this table. Slope is -3. Slope is rise over run. So you will go down 1, 2, 3 until you reach this point. And then you can move to the right 1 unit. So this is our point, and you will match. So our points that we have used here is, you can say 0, 2. We have used it. We can also reach the final point. We have it here, which is 1 and -1. And it is enough. You can replace and find the other one. And we can find, if you want to fill the table, then your equation is y equals mx plus b. So y is -3x plus 2. So you can assume any value of x to fill the table. We have used 0 and 1. You can use x2. And we can use x, what else, -1, -1, and it will give you 5. Replace and try, check, you will find that it is 5. Last question. Mr. Adel buys 90 pencils to keep in his classroom at the beginning of the school year. So the first value, the starting point is 90 pencils. And then he allows the students to borrow pencils, but they are not always returned. On average, he loses about 6 pencils a month. So this 90 will be decreasing by 6 pencils per month. 6 pencils per month. Since it is mentioned in this way, so my rate of change, or we can say my slope, is 6. But it is decreasing, so it is minus 6. And the beginning 90 means this is where no one borrows. When 0 borrowing, that means that my y-intercept, my beginning is 90. So my equation, as he's asking about the equation, mx plus b, so it is negative 6x plus the 90. This is my equation. Okay. The last thing I want to highlight here before I leave this point, in the piecewise function, let's say we have, it's not asked here, but let's say you are asked about a certain value. What if you are asked to find f of minus 1? What will you do? You have to check where is your minus 1. Is it in the first piece interval or in the second one? Minus 1 is more than minus 3 or less than or equal minus 3. If you think about it, this will be more than minus 3. So minus 1 should be replaced here in this part, not the previous one. So I will use this function, the second function, not the first one, replacing the x with minus 1. So it will be 2 plus 1, which is 3. So this is the answer. What if you are asked to find f of minus 3? Where to replace? Minus 3 is included in the first but not the second one. Why? Because the first definition has x less than or equal to minus 3. So minus 3 is included in the first piece, not the second piece. So you should replace by minus x plus 2, taking the x and replace it by the minus 3. So it will be 3 plus 2, which is 5. And with that, we end our revision. I hope this was beneficial for you. نرجو أن تكون هذه المراجعة مفيدة. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Thank you.